Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining today's webinar. My name is Viviana Valencia, and I'm the Executive Coordinator at CALDO. At this webinar, Languages and Requirements for Graduate Studies, our guest speakers will provide you with information in regards to the different language programs that institutions offer to prospective graduate students. The session will be in English, but if you feel more comfortable with speaking Spanish, when you're posting your questions, French or English, you can post your question in the language that you feel more comfortable. I recommend also our audience to use the Q&A box. You normally see this box at the bottom of your screen to post any questions that you may have. That way our guests will be able to see the question and answer it after they're done with the presentation. But before we start, I would like to take just a couple of minutes of your time to introduce you to CALDO. So CALDO, for those of you who are not familiar with the consortium, is a consortium composed of 10 universities of the U15. The U15 is composed of leading universities distinguished from other Canadian institutions because of their strong research focus. Our members consist of the University of Alberta, the University of Calgary, Dalhousie University, Universite Laval, McMaster University, the University of Ottawa, the University of Saskatchewan, the University of Toronto, the University of Waterloo, and the University of Western. So what is CALDO? CALDO, see it as a bridge between you, the prospective student, and our 10 member universities. We offer free services to prospective students, such as assistance with the steps to apply for graduate programs at any of our member universities, guidance on how to contact with professors and supervisors. For example, we're gonna have a webinar next week just on that topic, on how to contact with potential supervisors at our member universities. We also offer information on funding programs in the countries that we work in Latin America. I would also like to draw your attention to our website. There you'll find a wide array of information in terms to how to apply to any of our 10 member universities, information such as academic requirements, also like the different equivalences for the country that you're from, how those translate to your Canadian partners, and testimonials from current and previous international graduate students at our universities. Here's just a nice screenshot of our website, just so you can see the very topics that we cover there. Based on the information that you find here, if you still have questions, what I will suggest is to either contact us via the pop-up form that you will find on our website, where you can write your information and your specific question, and we'll be sure to get back to you with the answer that you're looking for. Now, as you may already know, if you're interested in pursuing graduate studies in Canada, as part of your graduate application, you'll be required to provide a proof of language, meeting the language requirements of the program that you're applying to. The language this is something very important for you to know, because the language requirements may vary from program to program. So even within the same university, some programs may require higher language scores than others. Also, the other thing that you should note is that depending on where your interest is, some of our members' universities may offer what is called conditional admittance. So this conditional admittance means that some programs may provide you with an offer letter to the program if you meet the academic and reference requirements, but you do not meet the language requirements. You may receive a conditional acceptance with a space of a year to submit an updated English TED score to the university or French. Well, Rachel will let us know if that's possible at Laval, in order to gain full acceptance. Remember that not all programs offer this option, so it's better to check with the program at the university that you intend to apply. Also, another very important thing is that remember that all of our members offer language courses to help you achieve the required level for graduate studies that you need. So in this slide, I am just noting the minimum language requirements for our member universities. Again, these are minimum. Each program may have a different language score, and this is just for reference only. So I would encourage you definitely to either visit our Caldo website or for more specific information, or visit the websites are the member university you tend to apply, so you can find out what are the specific requirements for the language program, the language that you're going to need for the program that you intend to apply. So now, without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our panel. From the University of Alberta, we have Dr. Donald Mason, Interim Director at the English Language School. From the University of Dalhousie, we have Dr. Jennifer McDonald, Head Teacher, ESL Programs. From Universite Laval, Dr. Rachel Sauvé, Director of the Language School. And from the University of Toronto, we have Dr. Charbel Moreno, who's Recruiter Supervisor for the Language School at the University of Toronto. Thank you all very much for being here today. And we're going to start this session with just in alphabetical order. So we're going to start with the University of Toronto with Donald. So Donald, the floor is yours. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you're able to share your presentation.
Just 1 second, actually. Thank you. Actually, sorry, you said the University of Toronto there, but I'm actually the University of Alberta. Sorry.
My apologies. My apologies.
That's okay. No worries. Just give me a second. I'm going to share my screen now. Can you see that? You should be able to see.
Yes, we see the PowerPoint. I don't know if you want to do the...
And yeah, just 1 second and we'll get ready to go. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Nice to meet you. I always have a fear of going over time on these, but please tell me if I'm going too fast. I'd like to introduce you to our course, Preparing for Graduate Studies, EAP 550. This course was developed specifically for students preparing for graduate studies, and only graduate students are permitted to take the course. What do we need to do to prepare for graduate studies? And you will know many of these things. The first thing, obviously, is to improve the language accuracy to a graduate level. And this forms the primary focus for the course throughout. We need to get students to acculturate linguistically, and this can involve a number of things. It includes using language appropriately in different contexts, and can include individual pronunciation work as required. And then obviously we need to acculturate academically. All of these things take time. How do we do this? The entry point for this course is 6.0 IELTS, and the exit point is 6.5. Most of the programs at the University of Alberta are a 6.5 entry point. A few of them, primarily medicine and education, are higher at 7.0. On paper, the movement from 6.0 to 6.5 may not seem that large, but the level of time and effort required to make this progress is substantial. There's a great deal of language refinement that needs to take place, particularly in the writing. The goal then is to have students building the language skills necessary to be effective, independent participants in graduate studies. The course runs for 14 weeks, which is an enormous amount of time in some ways, 3¼ hours per day, 5 days per week, for a total of 227 in-class instructional hours. I wanted to note that we did originally run this course as a shorter course, but we were not able to get the students to the level we required, hence the 14-week term. Class size. Okay. I want to go a little bit in depth into the course. All of the assignments for the course are task-based and have been designed in collaboration with key graduate programs on campus. Key partners for this course include primarily STEM disciplines, but we've had students in the course from diverse fields, from law, business, dentistry particularly. Engineering is a major faculty at the University of Alberta, and we've had many engineers take the course. Early on in the course, and I want to go into this a little bit in depth, early on in the course, students are asked to supply the instructor with 3 research articles from within their chosen field of study. These articles relate directly to the student's research focus and provide materials for the assignments throughout the term. Throughout this process, then, you are immediately engaged with the language of your discipline. Want to quickly look at the types of assignments we do. First thing is summarizing, again, using these articles throughout the term, summarizing a research article by focusing on a problem solution. The next assignment is summarizing and presenting on another article, focusing on a research methodology and a data set. Next one, critical comparison of 2 research articles. We do assignments on citation formatting. And our final assignment is a poster presentation. Importantly, when I go through the syllabus for this course, different departments on campus, and I'm orientating them on the course, they always say, yes, that's exactly what we need students to be able to do. So these are very much skills based upon the needs of your program. We do have, and I wanted to just underline this a little bit because it may be different from some other universities, we do have a student engagement center which is included in your tuition, and they offer daily workshops and lots of opportunities to get involved with the local community. Lots of volunteering opportunities, opportunities to become engaged on campus and in the wider Edmonton community. I find 560 students often take a leading role in the Student Engagement Center, and this is a big part of the acculturation process. How am I doing for time? Okay, sorry.
Yes, you're okay, Donald.
I'm okay, yeah. I tend to go fairly quickly. Okay, tuition for the course is $4,550 for the 14-week term. This includes health insurance, student services, and access to the Student Engagement Center. We currently offer this course twice a year, September and December, September through December, and January through April. And we have in the past added a 3rd term when required from May to August. Thank you. I want to note if you do want to get in touch with us, we'll obviously welcome questions here. But if you want to get in touch with us as well, you can write to elsinfo@ualberta.ca or to myself, and I'm happy to answer questions from students. My name is Don Mason, and it's dmason1@ualberta.ca. Okay, thank you, and I'll welcome your questions.
Thank you very much, Donald. Just to remind our audience, so at this particular webinar, we're mainly going to be discussing programs for graduate studies. However, all of our member universities offer a wide variety of different programs for the different levels of the different needs that you may have. So with the information, you can either contact them or also send us an email for inquiries, and we can direct you to our panelists. So with this, we're going to go ahead with you, Jen from Dalhousie University, who is going to be presenting the programs available to grad students at Dalhousie.
Hello, everyone. Just sharing my screen here. Okay. Okay, how does that look? Can we see the screen?
Yes, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Perfect, everyone. Well, hello, bienvenidos. I'm really happy to be here today to talk a little bit about Dalhousie University and the different English programs we offer. I'm going to talk a bit about the types of programs, tell you a tiny bit about the University of Dalhousie, which some of you might know, but some of you might not. And I'm going to do this presentation in English, pero hablo español. Entonces, al final, cuando venga el momento de responder a las preguntas y dudas, pues será un placer poder responderles en español si quieren. Okay, so Dalhousie University is located on the east coast of Canada, right beside the Atlantic Ocean, in a city called Halifax, in the province of Nova Scotia. So you can see it circled in blue right there on the map. Dalhousie is, well, a member of the CALDO Consortium and has a wide variety of programs, undergraduate, master's, and doctoral programs in 13 different faculties. And we've welcomed CALDO students, we've welcomed, students through the CALDO Consortium from a variety of different graduate programs from across Latin America. Now, I'm going to tell you about some of the different language programs we offer. And mainly, I'm going to tell you about two programs. Which program is right for you really depends on your goals. So if you want to study at Dalhousie to do a master's or a doctoral program, and you want to fulfill the language requirements for admission to that program, you should consider the English for Academic Purposes program, or EAP. If you want to improve your English for work, for study, or for travel, a little bit more generally, you might consider the English in Canada program for students and professionals, or you can still enroll in the English for Academic Purposes program as well. So let's start with the EAP program. Now, as Viviana was saying earlier, Dalhousie offers 3 paths into the university in terms of showing your language proficiency at the graduate level. So you can have previously done a degree at an English medium university. You may present a test score, IELTS, IBT, TOEFL, CALE, etc. Or you can do the EAP program at Dalhousie University, and it will lead you directly into your grad programs. Dalhousie, as Viviana was saying, Dalhousie is a university that offers conditional acceptance or conditional admittance for most of its graduate programs. And this is great because it allows you to apply, to start the application process even before you've finished your English training. So it's a really great option. But as Viviana was saying, always check the requirement to see if the program you're applying to does offer a conditional acceptance. Okay, so you want to go into a master's or a PhD program and you want to fulfill the language requirement through the EAP program. What can you expect? It's a very intensive program, 30 hours a week of study, and you'll be studying the academic English skills that you'll need to be successful as a graduate student. So reading, writing, listening, speaking, and vocabulary, but also those specialized skills that make it different from just a regular English program where you're learning how to, I don't know, order off a menu at a restaurant or write a letter to your grandmother. In this program, you'll be really focusing on academic English and academic English skills, research, academic integrity, and what to expect while studying in English at a Canadian university. If you attend this program in the face-to-face mode, you'll have access to all of the university facilities, libraries, residences in certain circumstances, the gym, etc. And you'll also get to focus in on the specialized language you need for your discipline. So English for engineering or biology or nursing or etc. This program is currently offered in 2 modes. So you can do it 100% online or, well, when we get permission from the university and the government to offer face-to-face classes again, we'll be happy to welcome you to the campus in Halifax for the face-to-face version. Now, so that's the English for Academic Purposes pathway program that leads you directly into the university. If you're looking to improve your English skills, your professional and academic English skills for any reason, you might consider this other program we offer. It's called English in Canada for Students and Professionals. Now, this summer, this year, we're offering this course 100% online. So this is a 4-week course, and you can start at the beginning, the first week of any month. It includes, well, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can just focus on English. And in the context of this course, you'd be doing an English for Specific Purposes course. So that's an English course with a focus on your discipline of work or study. You can also do a disciplinary elective course, and you can do just English, just the elective, or you can do them both together. We offer different electives in business communication, sustainability, introduction to cryptocurrency and blockchain, web development, or Nova Scotia landscapes. So what these electives allow you to do is to deepen your knowledge of English in these different areas, while learning a little bit about something in your discipline or in your area of interest. Starting in February, hopefully, and next summer, we'll be offering this course again in its face-to-face mode, so on campus in Halifax. And in its face-to-face mode, English in Canada allows you to combine, once again, study of English with the study of an elective course, but you can also, on campus in Halifax, participate in different sociocultural activities, get to know the province of Nova Scotia, some of these really lovely places to visit, the city of Halifax, etc., and live together in the university residence with a team of language assistants. So those are kind of, they're Dalhousie students or recent grads who are there to provide a real immersion experience. So hopefully by February and by next summer, you'll be able to join us in Halifax if that's something you prefer. We will be taking questions at the end. You also have my email as well as a general email address here for information about these programs. What I wanted to say was about the English for Academic Purposes program. And I know up here today, we'll all be talking about the academic English and French programs that we offer at each one of our universities. If you have the time and the resources to do an academic language program before you start your master's or PhD, it's really, really worth it. I really encourage you to consider doing one of these academic language courses because it prepares you so well for the challenges of being a master's or PhD student in another language in Canada. An exam will get you into the door of the university, that's true. But an exam doesn't really prepare you for all of the challenges of studying at such a high level. So if you do have the resources, I really encourage you to see an academic language course as like an investment in your future and your academic success. All right, so that's Dalhousie, and we'll be happy to answer your questions about it at the end. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. And I would just, before we continue with Laval University and Rachel, I would like to echo what Jennifer mentioned. Being an international student myself at some point in my life, I can tell you that it's definitely worth it taking an English program, because as Jennifer mentioned, it's not only knowing how to speak the language, but knowing how to write in the language for academic purposes is a different story. So I definitely encourage you, like Jennifer said, if you have the means and the time, invest in that because it's very valuable. And if you have questions, I noticed that there's some questions being posted in the Q&A. Thank you very much. I would just note that please, if you can write either the name or the university that you would like to know about the program, that would be very helpful for when we go to that section, we know who you're referring to. Thank you very much. And now, Rachel, without further ado, Laval Université. Thank you very much. Rachel, I think your mic is off. Rachel?
That okay,
perfect.
I'm fine now. Okay, thank
Perfect.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm trying just to, okay, is the screen okay now?
Yes, now it's
Okay.
in the presentation mode. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon. Bonjour, everybody. I'm here today with Marc Lindsay. You can see him on screen, and if you have any specific questions while I'm speaking, well, you can send them to him. So I'm here to introduce Universite Laval to you and our French for International Student program. So first of all, why French? And some of you have certainly started their study of French in order to have a third language in their as an asset for their career and their future. But I think that for those of you who have not yet started studying French, you may consider that it could be an asset also if you want to work in international business relations and humanitarian development, because French is still an important, very important language in those fields of studies. So I understand that you probably all speak English already, but you may consider studying in a university that will allow you to develop your skills in the third language as well. Our school, École de Langue, is started in 1937 with French courses. You can see the picture there. It is now renowned worldwide. So we've been doing that for more than 85 years now. We offer courses in 10 languages and proudly carry out our mission, which is mostly internationalizations of Universite Laval students, whether they go abroad or whether we welcome international students. We are located in beautiful Quebec City, in the province of Quebec, near the Fleuve Saint-Laurent. Quebec City is the cradle of French civilization in North America. It's a French-speaking city, so you can live a real immersion here. It's very vibrant all year round. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is surrounded by nature. We have about 600,000 people, so it's a mid-sized to large city. And it is a people-friendly and very safe location for studying and living. Universite Laval is the oldest French language university in North America. Like all our partners here today and all the partners of CALDO, we are one of the 15 largest universities and 7th among research universities. We have 43,000 students approximately, including 7,000 international students. We hold 900 partnerships in 77 countries, and we offer a modern, safe environment on our beautiful campus. We are also a leader in sustainable development. As for French, we offer not for credit and for credit programs. And actually, it's the same content, the same classes, the same teachers. Students are together. They don't realize who's taking credit or non-credit, because the only difference lies in the type of transcript or certificate that you will receive by the end of your program. So we offer for not-for-credit program a graded certificate of completion issued by Université Laval's continuing education, but our for-credit program provides an official transcript issued by the registrar's office. So We offer in the summer 90-hour 5-week programs, both twice, once in May, June, and once in July, August. And in the fall and winter, we have 180 hours or 225 hours of tuition. This translates into 6 credits in the summer, or 12 or 15 credits in September to December, or January to April. And we offer in our credit program, we have micro programs, 12 credit each, and an intermediate advanced certificate. We have very qualified, experienced teachers and a full sociocultural program that provides up to 50 additional contact hours through a wide span of activities that take place in the city, in the French GQ, or in the residences. In the summer, we offer true beginner to advanced levels, and fall and winter to beginner to advanced intermediate levels. May I point out that the test that we use now for certification for admission in a program is the TCF, Test de Connaissance du Français. So this is the test that we use now to assess your level, and that will be required when you enter a graduate program. However, if you only want to register for our courses, you can take our free online placement test, which is called Test Laval. So the courses we offer are very comprehensive. They will address all abilities, and they also we also have specialized courses in communications, phonetics, culture courses, reading disciplinary text, vocabulary, and advanced grammar and writing. So that's what you need in order to prepare to enter graduate studies or undergraduate studies. The sociocultural programs include theme-based conversation workshops, individual tutoring, skill development workshops in the summer, initiation to Quebec's culture, outdoor activities, social activities. So you're really having an immersion that allows you to speak in French, to live in French, to integrate to your campus and also to our city. Why does it work? Well, it works because it's a true French immersion in a French-speaking city. It's because we have a dedicated team of teachers and activity leaders, mandatory workshops and homework, activities in French throughout the day and even in the evening, and ongoing assessments and Je parle le français rules. So we're very strict about that. And we also have activities for all groups of age. So we don't have activities only for younger students, but also for graduate students, more mature students who will engage in different kind of activities than the younger students will. An example of the cost for the not for credit courses would be for 180 hours, 4,545, or 225 hours, 5,500 and so, and in spring summer 2,350. That's for this year, and these costs include application, tuition, the full social cultural program, insurance, and your graded certificate of completion. The costs for credit courses are on our website. The registration process is really easy, so you can really deposit one application form for the not for credit and pay your deposit, and then complete your payment 3 weeks before classes start. And you will only need to show a passport at our registrar's office upon arrival. So it's pretty easy, only one form, and you access our free online placement test. Our campus accommodation is your home away from home. So we have all single rooms, shared kitchens, social cultural activities, counseling services on the premises. And we have a Vivre en Français package for partners who wish their students an enhanced exposure to French during their stay at Laval. So our contact here. And if you have any question, I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much, Rachel. And also, I would like just to mention to our audience, I know as Latin American, as Latin Americans, we have always been encouraged to learn English, but French is definitely another language that you should put your attention on, because it would open you a lot of doors professionally and academically. So if you have the time, definitely I will suggest take some of the courses available to you, because French is a language that, again, it will help you in your professional life further on. Okay, so now we're going to move to our next guest, Charbel Moreno from the University of Toronto.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me. I'm just about to share my screen now. Can anyone see my slide now?
Yes, we can see the presentation. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, thank you, Viviana, for organizing this webinar. It's great being here with all of you. Yo también hablo español, soy de México originalmente, así que también feliz de responder sus preguntas en español al final de la presentación, si es necesario. All right, so we're going to start very quickly with just pointing out a few remarks. University of Toronto, I just thought it was important for you to know we are in the southwestern part of the province of Ontario. Of course, being part of the city of Toronto, which is the largest city in Canada, one of the largest ones. Important information for you. And some of the remarks about the University of Toronto you can see there on your screens. At this point is Canada's largest university. We usually rank in the top 20 universities in the world, according to the Times Higher Education ranking system. And at this point, we have 18 faculties and schools offering more than 300 graduate and postgraduate programs at U of T. We usually get an annual funding for research, which sometimes surpasses $1.2 billion. And at this point, we're working with 9 partner teaching hospitals. And finally, we have the third largest library system in North America. Now, for U of T, of course, research is extremely important. And U of T has research excellence in many fields, but these are some of the most important ones. So medical science, especially regenerative medicine, computer science and engineering, machine learning. These are some examples of the wide variety of fields that U of T is getting research excellence for. And I know that for all the audience out there, all the people who are attending this webinar, you're looking into getting specifically into a program, a graduate program, so master's or PhD programs. So just making some remarks in that regard. So for the master's programs at U of T, students should have an appropriate bachelor degree or its equivalent with a final year average of at least mid-B from a recognized university. And for the PhD programs, same situation, the applicant should have an appropriate master's degree or its equivalent with an average of at least B+. And there are some departments actually at U of T that can admit directly to the doctoral program coming from the bachelor's degree. But these are departments who are looking for highly qualified candidates with a minimum average of minus A minus, which is required. Now, there is a important point here. So all these programs are usually managed through the School of Graduate Studies. This is one of the schools that I'm representing right now. Also, the School of Continuing Studies is English language program. So for those who are looking at getting a program,
Hello, I think Charvel, we lost connection with Charvel. Okay, while we get back to Charvel, Juan Jose, if you're supporting us with the sound, can you maybe just contact Charvel just to see if we can get him back in line? In the meantime, and if it's okay with you, maybe we can answer some of the questions that have been presented from the audience while we get Charvel back. For example, we have some questions here where the audience is wondering for Laval Université if the courses are going to be available and online, like if the program is going to be available online due to COVID.
At least this fall, our courses will be offered online. And we don't know for the winter yet what will be available. So we'll still have to see how the situation will change by then.
Okay, great. Thank you, Rachel. We also have a question here if the video can be available after the webinar. Yes, we're recording this webinar and we're going to be sending to all of you who register, and just so you can go back to and refer to the information presented. For example, I see the fees. I see some questions wondering about the fees for the program that the University of Alberta and the program that the University of Dalhousie are offering. I don't know if Donald, would you like to maybe provide information about the fees?
Sorry, yes, the fees for our course were $4,550.
Great, thank you. And also, again, because you're going to have this presentation, then you can refer back to everything that is included for that program. And the same for the one at the University of Dalhousie. One of the questions here is, do any of the member universities that are present, do they offer any scholarships or any sort of, I guess, discount for the language programs that are offered at your institution?
Hi, sorry, I don't know what happened.
Sorry, no.
Sorry about that.
No worries, it happens. That's what happens with technology. Yeah.
Yes,
So yeah, I'm sorry. So we're gonna get back to Charvel's presentation, and then after we can continue with the Q&A, if that's okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so just let me just share the screen again. All right, so I was just saying that I encourage you to go to the website, to the School of Graduate Studies website. You can see there the link. And very important for you to know, these programs are run by many departments across the university, and these may have additional requirements. So there are minimum requirements by the School of Graduate Studies that should be met by applicants, but also you guys really should check each one of the departments and who are offering the program that you want, and check for additional requirements such as, for example, GMAT test, additional credentials, and even English language proficiency. So this is very important for you to know as well. And as you can see there on my screen, meeting the minimum requirements doesn't guarantee admission. So again, I just encourage you to go and dig into the website and study very much what is needed for each one of the programs, depending on what you're looking for. Now, as I mentioned, I represent currently the English language program at the University of Toronto School of Continuing Studies. Our program, of course, is a gateway for all of you who would like to apply for a graduate program at U of T. Is definitely one of the obstacles that some students face when they want to get into a program like this. So just getting some remarks for you in terms of our program. We have 50 years of experience. Being part of one of the most important universities in Canada, we have a valued reputation. We have a very relevant and innovative teaching. And of course, we offer extensive and responsive student services for our learners. Now, the English language program at U of T has different options. So if you're looking into meeting English proficiency requirements for admission to the graduate or even on the undergraduate programs, we have the academic English. We have two options there. So one is the regular academic English programs, which is 12 weeks long. And this is for usually students who feel like may need more proficiency in their academic English level. So, and this one has 4 levels. Each level is 12 weeks. And again, this is for people who would like to apply or is looking into getting into a graduate program at U of T or even undergraduate. So we have another program too, which is called Academic English Level 60 for Conditional Acceptance. I'll speak about that in a minute. And if you're just looking for improving your English proficiency for general purposes, we also have 3 programs at this point. We are actually launching a program online for the first time for, just for general purposes. English for Effective Communication Online, who is starting on August 4th. So if you would like to apply to this program, you still have until next week. And we also have our in-person or in-class face-to-face English program, which is English for Effective Communication and English for Business Communication program. So for academic English, this is an in-person delivery. I just want to mention that it is a very innovative program. Again, it's a gateway for students who would like to apply for an academic program at U of T. We don't use textbooks at all. We have a learning management system and platform which has all the materials online, which is great for students. It's very innovative, and this is again, this program has 4 levels, and is for people who has a low intermediate level and goes all the way to advanced, so they can meet the academic English proficiency level that they need. Now, academic English level 60, it's a program that is especially for learners or students who have already received a conditional offer of admission to one of the academic programs at U of T. Now, this is usually a closed group. That is, this program is run usually in the summer. Sometimes we deliver it online as well, but we really need to see the demand. So if you are getting a letter of acceptance to any of our programs at U of T, please let us know, because then we can look into open a group online, given the situation, of course, that we're facing all right now. So this is, this is the key here. We need to know how many of you are getting an acceptance and a conditional acceptance offer from U of T, from each one of the departments, and then we can look into build up a group for you and open this option. So as you can see there as well, this is only for advanced levels. It's basically the last level for academic English, and people would need to present IELTS score or TOEFL score, as you can see there, because that's the last step basically to get into the program. Now, launching our English for Effective Communication online program, we're very excited about this. This is the first time we are launching a program like this for general purposes. This is a new program who is going to be delivered synchronous or an asynchronous component. So synchronous just means that you're going to have real-time interaction with your instructor. And asynchronous means basically that you're going to have to do some homework and projects and tasks outside of the regular schedule during the week. And of course, students will have access to discussion boards groups with using Canvas, which is the main online system at the University of Toronto. And this is to help you to develop skills and in different areas like oral communication or speaking or writing. So very, very excited about this program. These are some of the key facts for the program, key information for you to know. We're starting on August 4th. It's going to be 4 weeks long, 40 hours for the full program. And the class schedule will be conducted on Tuesday, Wednesday, Fridays, Toronto time, 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. And if you want to learn more about this program, you can visit our website or you can send me an email and I'll be happy to help you out. Now, the other two programs that we have in-person delivery is of course English for Effective Communication, same model, same innovative assessment for students. We don't use textbooks, everything is online. We have different activities to enhance communication in students. English for Business Communication, this is for intermediate levels, starting at intermediate levels, and this is for a more professional and business kind of professional setting for students who would like to improve their English in that particular field. And we hope that we're just monitoring, as soon as we open borders again in Canada, we'll be happy to welcome many, many students again. I encourage you also to visit our different social media platforms such as Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. And finally, this is my information. I'll be happy to answer either in English or Spanish for you. And thank you very much. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have at this point.
Thank you very much, Charbel. So just looking at the time here, what I would like to do next is I'm going to ask a question to all of our panelists, and I would like for you to take the time to also maybe remind our audience where can they find more information about the courses that are being offered. If you can maybe share your screen so they can see either your email address or the website where they can find the information about the different programs. Because again, I would like to remind our audience that even though we focus mainly on programs for graduate students, our member universities offer programs for all levels of the English language, or most of them. So the question would be, given the situation, and this is a question that I saw here, which I thought was very interesting, do any of you offer a pathway program for graduate students online? So basically a program that they could start taking now online if they're thinking on doing their studies, their graduate studies next year. I will leave it with that, and I will start maybe with Jennifer, given that I see that you have your microphone. Oh, if you want, Charbel, if you want to start, given that you're there right now, and then we go back. Yeah, thanks.
Did you ask me to start, Viviana?
My apologies. If you want, let's start with Rachel. Yes.
Okay. Yes, so as I mentioned earlier, and I also wanted to come back very quickly on the question you were asking when Charbel came back to us. We students who are registered in graduate programs at Universite Laval pay the rate of the Quebec students for their French courses. So that's approximately $300 per 3-credit course. And also we offer about 50 scholarships a year to cover the cost of these $300 courses. Now, as I was saying, we are following very closely the situation, and we're hoping to be able to welcome students in the winter term, and we might be able to postpone the beginning of the term in order to allow them a little more time to get prepared and come over to Quebec City. And we are also considering offering an online version of our courses to students who couldn't make it, because we want to provide the best opportunities for all students to start their study of French, and in order to move on with their regular program. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rachel. And to our audience, I'd just like to add, this is what I mean when I'm talking about opportunities for those who speak French, or those who like to learn French, such as the one that Rachel just mentioned. So it's a great opportunity. Yes.
And this page, I'm just going to share it quickly, because this page here you will see is in Spanish on our website.
Great.
Okay, Futuros Estudiantes.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you very much, Rachel.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So definitely, again, French is another language that I would strongly suggest for you to work on. So next up, Jennifer, would you like to maybe let us know Dalhousie? What is the opportunities that you have?
Well, to answer your question that you just asked about online pathway programs for graduate study, yes, DAL's English for Academic Purposes pathway program is offered online, as well as, well, not face-to-face right now, but it will be continued to be offered online as long as people want to do it. And right now it's very, very popular for the reason that you said, because a lot of people are like, okay, in the future, I know I want to do a master's, or maybe I want to do a PhD in the future. I'm still doing my master's. I can start to do my academic English study online now and prepare for that in the future. So it's very popular, and so we'll be continuing to offer that, as well as the other shorter, less intensive English for professionals and students, those different courses. I'll share with you quickly my just the contact info again for Dalhousie and for me. www.dal.ca/ESL, English as a Second Language. That's for the language programs. Dal.ca/grad is for all the different master's and doctoral programs at Dalhousie. Here you have my personal email and the email address of the English language programs.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. Now, Donald Mason, would you be able to provide us information about the University of Alberta on the same topic?
Sure, thank you. Yes, we're currently offering our 550 Preparing for Graduate Studies program online in September. We offered it in the spring, half online. It was half in person and then half online, actually, as we transitioned in March. And the transition went well, actually. So we were pleased with the online version of the course. So it's going to be fully online in September. Again, in January, we're not sure. Nobody's sure what's going to happen. If we're able to offer online in person, we will be doing so. I'm actually hoping to continue to run it online because it has been successful, and we're sort of seeing how that works. So it's kind of interesting, but we haven't made that decision yet. Okay, so January is still a question mark with us. I'll just share my screen quickly. Did I share? Yeah, I did. Yes. Okay, and sorry, the general information email to write to is elsinfo@ualberta.ca. Please feel free to write directly to me. It's dmason1@ualberta.ca with any questions surrounding graduate studies. I haven't got the full website here, but if you just go to University of www.ualberta.ca. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Donald. And I just have another question there that I would like to answer. So the question is, do your universities offer language programs for specific purposes? And I believe all of our members, or most of our members, will offer a form of language program, let's say for engineers on the health sciences, and depending on the not the topic, but on the area that you might be studying. And again, you can find more information on the websites that our panelists are sharing with you. Now, Charvel, last but not least, if you would like to maybe also mention what the University of Toronto has in terms of online programming and also your contact information.
Yeah, unfortunately at this point, I'm not able to confirm that we're going to be running academic English program for the online option. We're looking into that for sure. If there's the demand of students who would like to take that pathway, definitely we'll consider. At this point, unfortunately, I'm not able to confirm that. But starting with our EEC online, English for Effective Communication Online, it's a good start for everybody. It has a preference price now, preference cost, reduced cost for all our prospective learners. So I encourage you to, again, go to the website and check all the information or send me an email. I'm just gonna share again my screen with my information, and then so you can look at it and just take note and send me an email at your earliest convenience.
Thank you very much, Rebel. Well, with this, we will close the webinar session. I would just like to remind our audience, for those of you who are interested on completing graduate studies in Canada, definitely if you can attend our next webinar, which is going to be on how to contact a supervisor, I think that's going to be very helpful to you. And I'm also leaving with you our contact information here on your screen so you may see it. In case you miss any of the emails or contact information for our panelists, you can also send us an email and we'll be happy to get you in touch with the member university that you're interested in completing your studies at. With this, I would like to thank you, our 4 member universities, the representatives of our 4 member universities. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with us today and to talk to our audience. And I would also like to thank our audience for your time to participate at this webinar today. Thank you very much all and have a great afternoon.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks a lot. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Yes.
Yes.